So what we have here is a gentleman with a 449 credit score who submitted a credit app yesterday, called back within a few minutes, wanted to know if we had heard anything. We explained to him that when we had some news for him, we'd give him a call back. He called back about an hour later. We were busy, had customers in the store buying that did have credit. And he said, just never mind. He said, just cancel it. I'll go up the street. So with some investigation, we pulled him up in the system and found out he'd been to one of our other stores repeatedly trying to get financed. The guy, man, is very abrasive, just a complete asshole. 30-year-old guy here that, you would think he had an 800 credit score. He's real disrespectful to one of the sales guys here over the phone. And we're just going to follow up with him this morning to talk about his credit situation under the name of Jamantius and see how that works for him.
Marcus.
Yeah, Marcus, this is Jamantius over here at Mountain Motorsports at Kennesaw. How are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Doing good. I wanted to follow up with you. You had put in a credit app with us yesterday. Looks like you were trying to get a Sea-Doo GTI. Is that correct?
Correct.
We found out what the problem was on the credit application that you sent over. And simply put, you just don't have any credit to speak of in a positive manner here. Based on your credit score, it's going to be very challenging regardless of where you go to try to get some type of financing done. Have you worked with the guys over at the Lithia Springs location before?
Yeah, I bought several motorcycles from over there.
Have you? Yeah, I noticed that you lived in Hiram. I just wondered, have you tried doing anything with those guys at Lithia? But I look at it,
Hello?
from a credit standpoint,
Oh.
and trying to figure out what we might be able to do to work with you. How much down payment, Marcus, did you have that you were looking to put on a loan?
It depends on what I was looking at, because I looked at several different things.
Do you feel like you could have around, 6,000 down or something like that?
Yeah, I could do it, but that's not something that I wouldn't probably go that high on, something like that.
Gotcha. What we're trying to do is when we have a credit score like yours and the credit woes that you've had that I'm sure you're aware of, your blemishes there, we try to get you submitted to a bank in a favorable condition. So what we try to do is skew the numbers by showing them, for example, if they look at your credit and the amount of money down that you have, then sometimes they can actually feel like they're in more of a equity situation. Does that make sense?
It does.
So that might be our best bet. Do you have anybody that you know that maybe you could get them to co-sign or no-sign? You have a co-signer which would go in on the loan with you, would increase your chances. Or if you had what we call a no-signer. A no-signer is where you have a person that has strong credit and they actually purchase the unit for you, Marcus, and you don't put your name anywhere near it. That way it doesn't queer the deal. Any kind of opportunity that you might have had is not roached if you have somebody that has some stronger credit. Maybe somebody that owns, couple of different homes, or someone that has a long credit history of paying off automobiles, or you know, maybe even somebody that
I think I lost you.
that, and to do it like that, you know, that might help you out. So those are just a couple of, you know, options that you have.
Say that last part for me one more time. I think my phone cut out.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just saying that, like, let's say that you had a co-signer or a no-signer. And a no-signer would be someone that has really strong credit, and we just keep your name completely off of it, and they put it in their name to keep your credit from dragging the deal down. Kind of like one bad apple spoiling the bunch kind of thing. If we could send it through in someone else's name, then maybe what they could do is just kind of and that'd probably help you out if we could do it like that.
All right, what was your name again?
Jamanthius?
All right, perfect. Let me see what I can do, because I got about 10 different options. Let me see what I can do, and I'll call you right back.
Yeah, so if you, and money down makes a big, you know, splash too in the aquarium of life. You know, the more, think about it like, think of it in terms of fish. The more money down you have, the bigger a fish you are in a smaller pond, so to speak, when it comes to these banks, right?
Right.
So if you go in and let's say you're just like a goldfish, you got, you know, $500 down, it's kind of hard to get these banks won over because they're looking to go into an equitable position. Now, $2 or $3 grand down, and you're like a tuna.
Right.
We start getting up to $5,000 and $6,000, you know, dollars down. You're like a swordfish or a marlin or something, and that's really what we're going with. Now, I will tell you, your best chance if you have $8 or $9 grand down, you're basically a whale. The closer you come to that, you know, the better off you'll be. But see what your options are, and just give us a call back.
Okay. All right.
And now, something else that I don't know if you've thought about this before, but something else you could probably do would be if you had like a
You there?
then we could try it like that. So we'll just be waiting for your call back, Marcus. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, no problem.
All righty.
I'll call back in here in a bit.
All right.